All right, guys, it is a film with deep Indiana roots, So Cold the River. Hits select theaters today.
It's a shocking, suspense-filled adaptation of the New York Times bestseller. Check it out.
Brings you to West Baden, Miss Shaw.
I'm a filmmaker.
You making a documentary about the hotel?
I wouldn't really use that word to describe it. It's more of a character profile.
If there's anyone you want to know something about, I am definitely the
Campbell
one.
Bradford.
Let me tell you something. It stars Bethany Joy Lenz, who's joining us now. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so Bethany, a couple things. I'm the biggest scaredy cat in the entire world.
I'm the second biggest. I'm the second biggest.
Hi, guys. I can't see you, but I hear you.
I know. And listen, your character uncovers a curse of mysterious deaths and suicide at this resort. Break this down for us.
Yeah, this is pretty intense. So I play a documentary filmmaker who's got a really troubled past, a lot of demons of her own, and she takes on an assignment in this town of West Baden, Indiana, and discovers this incredible hotel with a rich history, but then also starts to discover there's a lot of ghosts and demons sort of buried in the history of this hotel and her subject, who is this reclusive dying millionaire. She becomes obsessed with him. She becomes obsessed with going down this trail of ambition for her career, and it's a really interesting look at ambition through the lens of a psychological thriller.
Wow.
Now, Bethany, tell me about this West Baden Springs Hotel. Is it really as spooky as it looks in the trailer?
It is. I'll tell you when it's real creepy is when you've emptied out the entire hotel and it's just a film crew at 3 o'clock in the morning and there's just nothing else going on in the hotel. That's when it starts to feel a little bit spooky, especially on the 4th floor where there's apparently a couple ghosts living around here.
Oh,
Bethany,
Lord.
tell me exactly where not to be.
Right, because you're talking to the two biggest scaredy cats of the century. You're actually there right now. Is it a bit creepy even at 4:37 p.m.?
No, it's not. Well, only because it's so big. It's so massive. You can't imagine how mammoth this place is until you really see it with your own eyes. And knowing the history, knowing that it used to be occupied by Jesuit priests who drank the water and kind of all went mad, and then knowing the Al Capone history that's here, that this was one of his stopping points on the way to Winnipeg. There's so much history here that you kind of know there's always something lurking behind the scenes.
Did the atmosphere make it really easy to kind of get into character and get spooked yourself?
Absolutely. It helped a lot.
Awesome. What do you feel like the director was going for with this film overall, with the atmosphere and the cast and everything that you guys had going on?
Well, I know he really wanted to do justice to Michael Carita's book, and that they've been trying to get this made for a very long time. So there was a lot of pressure to make sure that this movie lived up to the hype and the deep connection that so many people, particularly in this area and in Indiana, feel to this novel. So that was a big hurdle. I think Paul Schulberg did an amazing job. Our DP, Madeline Kate Kahn, was 22 when we filmed this 2 years ago.
Wow.
Brilliant cinematographer, this young woman. And also I think because the lead character in the novel is male and they switched it over and made me the lead. I think Paul Schulberg, who is our director, really wanted to go against the typical female stereotype in thriller genres and see a woman dealing with what is traditionally known as, I think, a man's issue. Like ambition seems to tend to be a masculine issue in our modern culture, and so to see that kind of flipped on its head, I think was really interesting and certainly appealing to me as an actor.
Well, we are so excited to see this film, even though we're probably gonna have to watch with like one eye open because
and all the lights in the house.
We're not as brave as you. But So Cold the River is available now in select theaters, and it will be available digitally and on demand next week. Bethany Joy Lenz, thank you for being such a pro and joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to have been here, and have a great rest of your night, you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, you too.